Hi Virgo, welcome back. So Virgo, this is going to be your reading for the month of November. Not going to be for all of you, but if it does resonate, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Overall energies for you, Virgo. You have the sextile card, which represents opportunity, and then the energy of Cancer. So some Cancerian energy here that could be in your birth chart or the person you're dealing with, or just simply the energy surrounding you during this time, okay? So these cards talk about, sympathy and feeling, nostalgia, comfort, protection, and intuition, okay? And so you may be tapping into those pieces of you or parts of you during this time frame. And then with the sextile here, it talks about collaborating, having opportunities provided to you, okay? Whether to collaborate with others or, maybe in work, maybe in love. It's creating possibilities, opening new doors after closing some doors possibly in your life. And I feel like seeing things come full circle, okay? Getting insight into that. I think it's a welcome change. It's a welcome development or a welcome new cycle. Maybe where you're tapping into your softer, more emotional side, trying to get in touch with that more empathetic side to you, Virgo. It's a very family-oriented type of vibe, but be careful also not to let it go into the negative, because as with any energy, it can go into the negative. So watch that you don't get, moody or too over sentimental, too introverted, to the point that you get defensive, right? So I feel like let's go a little bit further into it, Virgo, and see where this is headed for you in November, okay? So 9 of Wands here is the energy you're starting out with, and I'm using a different deck. This is my Halloween deck, so it's a little dark, FYI. But this 9 of Wands represents reaping what you sow. And that's really interesting, Virgo, because I got that message in your weekly reading on the live on Sunday. So check that out as well. And so I feel like that's going to be really important during this time frame. Some of you that's going to be in a good way. Some of you maybe not so good way. It kind of depends on where you're at on the karmic scales, right? And, really no such thing as good or bad. It's all part of our path. It's all part of our learning process, right? But I feel like, there's going to be, that type of energy here. So watch it during this time frame. You want to keep it on the up and up, okay? 8 of Wands here, communication. And then the Ace of Cups, love. So I feel like there needs to be some conversations here around the love arena. And just keep in mind that if you want empathy in the conversation, then you have to give empathy. And I feel like that's where the reaping what you sow type vibe comes from, okay? So I feel like heed that message there, Virgo. That's going to be important to remember. Whether that's for you or your cross watcher, because this can be interchangeable, right? So let's see here. The Lover's card. Yeah, needing to make a decision. I feel like, you might be looking for the answer when it's right in front of you during this time frame, like looking around like, can't be that, can't be you, can't be this. And in all actuality, it is that, it is this, it is the things you're overlooking, okay? So careful not to overlook, people or opportunities during this time frame, because I think that might be easy for you to do, because I think you want to remain in the control, in the driver's seat, you know what I'm saying? And that need to want to be maybe in control may have you overlooking some really important opportunities or discussions, that, emotional discussions that should be had. So I feel like for some of you, it's like this, it's like there's a part of you that needs to speak on what you're feeling, but not wanting to do that, not wanting to let your guard down or not wanting to surrender control. I think that that's the key to this, is to be authentic, to be honest, to be able to see it from both sides or all sides. But I feel like You have like this overriding desire to control the situation during this time period for a lot of you, and that kind of stagnates it. Yeah. Now you have the Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there's an opportunity to come together and truly understand each other during this time period. Or there's an opportunity to not capitalize on that, and it leaves you in the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling, you know, left out, feeling at a loss, feeling looked over, walked over for some of you. So I think that's what this reap what you sow type energy, this karmic type of energy is talking about here, Virgo, because it's like you're going to have the opportunity. Do you want to communicate? Do you want to come together? If so, that opportunity is here. Some of you, you're too stuck in your emotions. You want to be in control too much, or don't want to be vulnerable. And I think the outcome then will be feeling more lack or feeling left out. It's a tough, and yet still a tough decision for you. So whatever this is in regards to, whether it's work or love, I think this is something you're definitely not taking lightly, you know. But I feel like you have the opportunity here to open that door and to gain insight, you know, into the situation, further insight into the situation, into the person, if you're dealing with a person in specific. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, so I feel like if you've been waiting for the opportunity to communicate, Knight of Swords here, you know, here it is. This is the communicator. This is communicative energy, but it's also a very controlled energy. So it's not someone that like goes off at the mouth, diarrhea of the mouth. I feel like no. That will not be your approach, Virgo. You'll be very calculated in what you share and what you express. And in a way, that's exactly what I'm saying. It blocks you. Needing to be more... there's not a lot of softness here. And that's what the energy is calling you to do. Do you know what I'm saying? It's calling you to be a little bit, you know, caring and not, you know, show the caring, I guess. Be more receptive. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at here. So it's really hard to be perceptive when we think that we know the answer, or when we think we are in the right, or, you know, we're convinced of something. It's hard to be receptive to the other person, or if somebody's hurt us, or you just don't like that person. It's hard to hear their side because you immediately want to take a defensive stance in that type of situation, right? And so the energy is calling you not to do that, as hard as I know that can be, and to see it from all sides, okay? Now, some of you, it might be reversed. You might have someone doing this to you, you know, so take it as it resonates. I feel like there's definitely an opportunity here for reconciliation if you have been on the outs with someone. Karmically speaking, I see, you know, some sort of communication here regarding that. But if that's the case, then I feel like you have a choice here as well, you know. Some of you may choose not to do that, and then there's another opportunity here. There might be some new love coming in, but be careful about that. So I feel like there is a caution around that. There's a caution around the love arena, period, you know. You know, and there's a message about being too domineering, especially if you're a male Virgo. Females, you might be dealing with a man that is like that, and then there's a caution there if you are. Sorry, I don't mean to break this out into different messages, but if you have a very domineering person in your life, whether you're male or female, and you know there's finally communication here about emotions and making decisions and coming together, the caution is that I think that there's still control issues within that dynamic, okay? So I really just wanted to keep the first part on you, Virgo, but I'm being pulled to pull cards on who you're dealing with, because I feel like a lot of you have someone in particular this is referencing. But if you're not dealing with anyone, then the overall energy is to communicate your emotions and be in more of a surrender type energy, soften. I think you're going to be in a softer energy. I think you've got some great opportunities coming through. I saw doors opening. I see opportunities for new emotional fulfillment, coming together with friends, or for some of you, a reconciliation. But be careful with that dominating part, because if you get too stuck in your emotions for some of you, or too guarded, the energy will shift into a more alone vibe. Some of you are simply going back and forth between wanting to be social and wanting to be alone, you know? So it's like, today I want to talk, tomorrow I don't, you know, deal with it like that. You know, so, and with the Cancerian energy here, it can make you a bit moody like that, like mood swingy, you know? So, that's what I have for you. If you're dealing with someone and you'd like to know what's going on with them, I'm going to go into that part of the reading now. If you're not, then that's where the reading ended. Fool energy. The person, Virgo, you're dealing with is having or wanting a new beginning. And then the Chariot. So this is more Cancerian energy. Some of you could definitely be dealing with a Cancer, but not all of you. It just speaks of moving forward. And again, this person being kind of in their feelings, you know, and they might be a bit moody. They might want to be introverted, but then at the same time extroverted, or, you know, wanting to tap into their more emotional side. All right. I feel like this person's ready to have some fresh energy in their life and put an ending to some bad habits or something old, you know, Death card here. So I feel like there's this person, it's so interesting because there's a new beginning and an ending like this, back to back. So during this time period, they may be going through that, you know, back to back endings and new beginnings. Some of you might just simply be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio. In that case, I see a new beginning and things moving ahead here. Okay. For the rest of you, yeah, there's a lot of changes going on with this person, and I feel like they're wanting to change some bad habits that they developed in youth, I feel, and move past that, be more self-confident. So maybe they had confidence issues or something, like as a child. I'm getting all kinds of weird messages. And now wanting to be more confident, be more self-assured. I feel like they may be a little emotionally distant during this time period, Virgo. You know, or some of you, they might be physically distant, especially if they're traveling, okay, or you are. I think this person is looking for new opportunities as well. So you've got new opportunities coming in. This person's looking for a new opportunity, but hold up. They got the 7 of Swords here and the 9 of Wands. So you had the 9 of Wands too. Totally different meanings though. In this deck, it's like a reaping what you sow energy. The 9 of Wands that showed up for this person is, you know, like a waiting energy, being on guard. I feel like this person is patiently waiting, you know, for their ships to come in or some sort of movement here. There's something going on though. They're not quite being on the up and up. They may be covering up the fact that they what are they covering up here? Eight of Swords. I feel like it's like this energy of, oh, I can get away with this. Oh shit, I can't get away with this. Or like, you know, maybe not even getting away. I feel like this could be even finance or work related. Like this person might have like faked it till they made it, and then it's like too much or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not wanting to share, this person is not wanting to share their thoughts with you, Virgo. They may isolate, emotionally detach, throw themselves into their hobbies, work, family, that type of thing. they're, you know, but I feel like the reason that they don't want to share their thoughts with you is because I feel like their mind is elsewhere, or they're overly defensive. They don't trust. They don't trust. And in a way, it causes distance here. So in contrast to your energy, I guess that would be why you would be thinking or at a crossroads maybe of whether to communicate and be free and open with your emotions, or to show, if they're closed off, to show closed off energy back. Okay. But whatever goes around, whatever comes around will go around this month. That's the caution for either side. Whatever goes around will come around this month. So I feel like, you know, whether that's on this person's part or your part, I feel like this person's stuck in their head a bit. For a few of you, not all of you, they may be trying to dig up some information here, especially if you work with this person. Like you may work with someone that's not on the up and up. For others of you, this could be family, friends, love, you name it. I feel like this person is, here they are trying to change, you know, grow, leave old ways behind, be more confident. And they're on that journey, but at the same time, they still don't trust anybody. Still don't feel comfortable to share all of their thoughts, you know, still trying to throw themselves in the day-to-day to distract. And it kind of leaves them a bit isolated, but they're isolating themselves. So it's not like it's being forced upon them, you know. So interesting here. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I think that, you know, I could see then why you were going, you know, wanting to maybe keep control over expressing emotions, too many things here. If you don't feel that this person is doing the same for you. For some of you, that's it. I feel like there's a lot of changes going on with the person you're dealing with. Okay. And I'm sorry, for a few of you, you have two different people here. You've got someone here you can't trust within the family environment or work environment, I feel mostly. And then you've got someone over here who's trying to, you know, transform themselves and be more confident. At the same time, this person might have a lot of walls as well. I think that they see a future, then they want to grab it, but also not wanting to leave the comfort of what they have. So you could be dealing with two different people, you know. For some of you, it's one person and they're all of the above. They're going through all of the changes. They're kind of at a distance, wanting to capitalize on some opportunities, but at the same time, they don't want to share their ideas. They don't want to share their thoughts. You know, that type of vibe. So, interesting reading for you, Virgo. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Leo. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Aries again, and Cancer again. So those are the primary zodiac signs I have, but it doesn't have to be. Could just be placements in your birth chart or the birth chart of the person you're dealing with. Going to be different for all of you. Either way, I do hope it resonated for you, and I'm wishing you the very best. Check out my social media account, links down in the description box below. You can catch my Instagram down there, my other YouTube, where I just do live chats if you want to come chat with me. And my merchandise. So if you click on the little pink hoodie, it'll take you into my shop. You can order your own hoodie with your own tarot card and zodiac sign printed on it. It's pretty neat. Check it out. Thank you for returning if you're returning, and thank you if you're new. Appreciate you. Till next time, namaste.